After spending a few minutes going through some of my favourites, I think there's about 200 of them, it struck me how many of the atheists whom I've favourited are ex-believers. And it also struck me just how impressive I find them. I can't really... This is one of these videos where I actually feel like screaming and shouting at the camera. Not in an aggressive way, but to just try and underline as forcefully as I possibly can just how high a regard I hold the atheists who, unlike me, were thoroughly indoctrinated, who woke up with belief in the morning and went to bed with belief in the evening, and probably dreamed believers' dreams through the night. I mean, I had it easy. Really, really easy. I was allowed to question God. I've never really told the story, and I'm not going to now because it's not really worth it. Everyone else's stories, by comparison, tower over mine. I figured God out at the same time I figured Santa out, for exactly the same reasons. There was no tears, no sweat, no pain, nothing. In that regard, I feel a bit like a fake atheist. I've never actually taken the blasphemy challenge. So, if some of you think I should, then just put it in the comments and I will. I've been blaspheming all my life. I figured there was no Santa and no God in exactly the same moment. There was a transition between the kind of mind that could accept Santa flying across the sky to millions of children's homes and squeezing himself down a chimney. There was a moment where that mind died and me started. And a second after Santa vanished, I went to work on God, and over the course of an hour I went downstairs and told my parents there was no Santa, with a certain element of pride. And inside there was no God either, at least no biblical God. I think I held on to the possibility of something for a few years after that, probably early 20s, before I really started to think, hold on, why am I not seeing any of this supernatural stuff? Why when I have come across something that I thought was supernatural, why did it always turn out to be a lie or a misunderstanding? And slowly the truth sunk in. But I never really had to struggle. And I'm just making this video to say, in the strongest possible terms, in my calm, mild-mannered way, that the atheists on YouTube that I find the most impressive are not the atheists like myself who were allowed to be atheists from a young age. It's the people who were buried 100 feet down in the pit of belief and managed to find their way out. There's so many of you. Every time I see you talk and I hear you talk about your childhood and your upbringing and your parents' beliefs and the communities within which you were brought up and the depth of their belief, or at least the adherence to dogma which they followed, those are the people who I really think are atheists. Those are the people who did something that I'm not sure I could have done. And I'm fed up of thinking privately how much more impressive your achievement is than mine. Every time I hear you, I can't name names, merely because I don't. If I name names, I'm going to miss people out, and I don't want to do that because it's not right, because every single one of you deserves a mention. Well, more than a mention, you deserve a bloody medal. But I just want to go on record as saying that my heroes amongst the YouTube atheist community are those who were lost and found themselves, figured it out from themselves, however they were inspired, whatever they went through. I know it hurt. Someone who's prepared to go through pain, real agony in pursuit of the truth, to want to be right no matter what they had to lose in the process, those are the people that I consider to be, well, they're my heroes. It's a shame I can't do 100 videos just purely about how amazing I think it is that you were able to break away from a lifelong period of brainwashing. In a way, you're lucky in a way, because I'll never know if my mind would have been strong enough to turn away from that fairy tale, that comforting, beautiful fairy tale, and look reality full in the face. I will never ever know if I would have been strong enough to do that. To those of you that did manage to do that, you will always know that you were strong enough to break away from the most thought-killing delusion that humanity will ever know. You were bigger than that, and I envy you that knowledge. Seriously.